MDCT interim leader Thokozani Khupe and her 14 party nominees marched to Parliament, where they are set to replace recalled MDC Alliance MPs, is now hanging in the balance following an urgent court application to stop the process. Khupe and her acolytes were likely to be sworn in today after the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, the ZEC, last Friday confirmed the filling of the 15 seats by her party nominees, where she was also set to become the leader of the opposition in the National Assembly. The ZEC notice came despite the electoral body sitting in over 10,000 objections to General Notice 2078/202 of July, informing the public that it had received notice from Parliament of 15 PR seat vacancies, according voters 14 days to object. But a voter, Charles Madiwa of Mbizo Kwekwe, yesterday approached the High Court seeking to stop the swearing-in ceremony. He is seeking an order to stop Khupe and her acolytes from taking oath as members of the Parliament. Respondents shall not administer or cause the 6th to 20th respondents to take an oath of office as a member of Parliament, nor occupy nor allow being occupied any seat in the Parliament on the basis of GN 2553 of 2020 or of any appointment declared therein. The respondents are yet to respond to the application. Madiwa cited Speaker of Parliament Jacob Mudenda, the ZEC, its chairperson Priscilla Chikumba, Clerk of Parliament Kennedy Chokuda, Senate President Mabel Chinomona, as well as Khupe and her chosen parliamentary candidates as the respondents. Madzibaba is still hopeful of setting up Arts Center. Madiwa also submitted that the General Notice 2553 of 2020 was not consistent with Section 157 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe in that the MDCT nominees could not replace another party's members. The Government Notice 2553 of 2020 is declared to be inconsistent with Section 157 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe in that it purported to award seats in Parliament said to be vacant to the 6th to the 20th respondents as nominees of the MDCT without ensuring that those nominated by the MDCT and appointed by the ZEC were members of another political party, the MDC Alliance, whose members had won and held those seats, and accordingly that the Government Notice 2553 of 2020 and all appointments announced therein are now void and of no legal force or effect, Madiwa submitted. I am filing this application as a matter of principle in an effort to stop people from one distinct political party being sworn in as members of Parliament to fill seats won and previously held by members of another distinct political party without any election. He said, if this is undemocratic and unconstitutional practice proceeded, it would be clearly violating the Constitution and would also alter the results of the 2018 harmonized elections. If allowed, it will also alter the election results announced in 2018 by the ZEC and the chairperson, although under our law, changing an election result can only be done by a court ruling on an election petition, neither of which has occurred here, he submitted. The ZEC has in fact usurped the role of the courts and purported to alter Zimbabwe's 2018 parliamentary election results as proclaimed by itself. It will alter our parliament's composition in a way that is not by any stretch of the imagination based on the will of the people as expressed at the last general elections held in July 2018. Madiwa also said during the 2018 general elections, all voters and respondents, including ZEC and Chigumba, recognized MDC-T and the MDC alliance as separate opposition parties, irrespective of their legal nature. He submitted that no party took part in the election as MDC or Movement for Democratic Change. He added that the MDC-T and the MDC alliance each fielded their own candidates in those 2018 elections in competition with each other and with other parties and other independent candidates. I note that Khupe stood for president while Yvonne Masarurwa, Lwazi Sibanda, Dorothy Moli Ndlovu, Kalipani Pugeni, Tamani Moyo and Chief Ndlovu all stood for seats in parliament, all saying they were sponsored by the MDC-T and all unsuccessful, Madiwa submitted. Piniel Denga and Teti Chisoro Chengwe also stood unsuccessfully for parliament in 2018, at the time being sponsored by the MDC alliance, but later they left that political party and joined its rival, the MDC-T, as of course they are entitled to.